Laozi was a legendary figure whose wisdom has influenced millions of people over centuries. His teachings are simple yet profound, offering timeless life lessons that resonate with people even today. So, what does an ancient philosopher have to teach us in this fast-paced, modern world? Plenty. Laozi's focus on simplicity, balance, and harmony offers a refreshing break from the noise of our busy lives. Let's explore these life lessons in a way that feels natural, relatable, and, most importantly, human. 1. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Laozi's teachings constantly remind us of the value of simplicity. In a world where we're always striving to accumulate more, whether it's possessions, status, or success, Laozi tells us that true happiness comes from simplicity. He said, "I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, and compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures." It's easy to get caught up in the complexities of life, thinking that if we just get that promotion or buy that new car, we'll be happy. But have you ever noticed that after achieving one goal, the satisfaction doesn't last long? Laozi encourages us to let go of that constant yearning for more. Instead, focus on what's essential and find contentment in what you already have. The real treasures in life are often the simplest ones: time with loved ones, a peaceful moment in nature, or a quiet evening with a good book. In a way, Laozi was telling us to declutter our minds and our lives. Instead of accumulating more things, focus on cultivating peace, patience, and compassion for yourself and others. That's where real richness lies. 2. Go with the flow, the concept of wu wei. If you've ever tried forcing something to happen, whether it's a relationship, a career move, or a personal project, you know how frustrating it can be. Laozi introduces the idea of wu wei, which literally means non-action or effortless action. But don't get confused, it doesn't mean being lazy or sitting back and doing nothing. Rather, it's about aligning yourself with the natural flow of life instead of trying to bend it to your will. Think about it like swimming in a river. If you try to swim against the current, you'll exhaust yourself without making much progress. But if you let the current guide you, swimming becomes almost effortless. Laozi encourages us to adopt this mindset in life. Instead of trying to control everything, trust that things will unfold as they should. That doesn't mean you give up on your goals, but it does mean you allow life to happen without fighting against it. Life lesson: don't force it. Sometimes, the best course of action is to let things flow naturally. You'll find that life often has a way of working itself out when you stop trying to control every little detail. 3. Be like water, soft yet strong. One of Laozi's most famous metaphors is comparing the Tao, the way, to water. He said, "Water is fluid, soft, and yielding. But water will wear away rock, which is rigid and cannot yield." As a rule, whatever is fluid, soft, and yielding will overcome whatever is rigid and hard. Water adapts to its environment. It flows around obstacles and overcomes them not by force, but by persistence and flexibility. The lesson here is powerful: you don't need to be forceful to be strong. Being adaptable and willing to change is often more effective than stubbornness or rigidity. In life, we often think strength means standing firm, not budging, or being the loudest voice in the room. But Laozi teaches us that true strength lies in being adaptable, flexible, and open to change. Whether you're dealing with a difficult situation at work, facing personal challenges, or navigating relationships, try adopting the approach of water. Flow with the situation instead of fighting against it. 4. Let go of the ego. The world tells us that to be successful, we need to build ourselves up, stand out, and make our mark. But Laozi warns us against the dangers of pride and ego. In his view, the more we cling to our sense of self-importance, the further we drift from true wisdom. He who knows others is wise, he who knows himself is enlightened, Laozi said. What does that mean for us? Well, it's easy to get caught up in the need to be seen, to be admired, and to be acknowledged. But real wisdom comes from within. When you focus on understanding yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, and emotions, you gain a deeper perspective that external recognition can't provide. Letting go of ego doesn't mean you stop caring about your work or your achievements. It simply means that you don't let them define your worth. You become more humble and open to learning, rather than constantly trying to prove something to others. 5. Embrace silence and stillness. We live in a world that glorifies being busy. There's always something to do, someone to see, or somewhere to go. But Laozi believed that true strength lies in silence and stillness. He said, "Silence is a source of great strength." When was the last time you allowed yourself to just be still? No phone, no TV, no distractions, just silence. In stillness, we can reconnect with ourselves and the world around us. It's in these quiet moments that clarity often emerges. Problems seem less overwhelming, decisions become clearer, and we can tap into a deeper sense of peace. Life lesson: make time for stillness. Even in the middle of a busy day, carve out a few minutes for yourself. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and just be. You'll be surprised at how much strength you can find in those small moments of quiet. 6. Live in harmony with nature. Laozi was deeply connected to nature and believed that humans should live in harmony with it. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, we often forget that we're a part of the natural world, not separate from it. Laozi reminds us to slow down and observe nature, to learn from its rhythms and cycles. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished, Laozi said. When we observe nature, we realize that everything unfolds in its own time. Trees grow, flowers bloom, rivers flow, all without rushing or forcing. This is a powerful reminder for us to stop stressing about timelines and deadlines. Trust that things will happen when they're meant to, and don't rush through life. 7. Contentment is true wealth. In a society that constantly pushes us to want more money, more success, more of everything, Laozi teaches us that true happiness comes from contentment. He who is content is rich, he said. The idea is simple: the more we chase after things, the less satisfied we feel. But when we learn to be content with what we have, we realize that we already have everything we need. That doesn't mean you should stop striving for your goals. It just means that your happiness shouldn't depend on achieving them. Conclusion: timeless lessons for modern life. Laozi's teachings might be ancient, but they're incredibly relevant to the world we live in today. In a time where we're constantly pushed to do more, be more, and have more, Laozi offers a refreshing alternative: simplicity, contentment, and balance. By embracing these life lessons, we can navigate our modern world with a sense of peace and clarity, finding strength not in force, but in flexibility, just like water. So the next time life feels overwhelming, remember Laozi's wisdom. Slow down, let go of control, and allow life to flow naturally. You might just find that everything falls into place exactly as it's meant to.